You got Mobb Deep over in Queensbridge. Right. You got Noreaga in Left Rack City, like where I'm growing up, and this was the height of Pharrell, Noreaga.
So you were growing up like in New York, literally like during the prime of like hip hop.
Like you seen hip hop originate literally in front of your eyes, you know, and then you had the source to reggae, which was crazy, right? Like to have like such a, you know, a rich source, right? And then to be influenced at the same time by you know, like this other culture. It was kind of like, you know, similar to me. I love hearing the stories. That's why we ask about origin and like kind of like how you grow up, because it's when you're young in like high school or your most influential times, impressionable times, is, you know, for music, for sounds, like, you know, even if you're just in a room, like as a kid playing with toys, like these sounds are like being thrust upon you and influence on you, you know, similar to me with, you know, my pops with Motown and, you know, like I was super Motown, bro. Like, you know, Sam Cooke, like all the good, like that makes my ears so happy. And I think similarly, you know, we all like look to either beat to find that feeling or create that feeling again, right? Like, you know, depending on the person you are. So like, and that's why people are literally stuck in their eras. You know, like people like, this new music sucks. No, because you keep listening to the same fucking 90s shit. Like shit evolves, bro. Like shit changes.
It is crazy because like you have that, and then like there's this duality, because growing up in Left Rack City, Queens at that time, this was the height of Mobb Deep, Noreaga, that lived on the block. Like these guys were there, accessible, you know, and so that was a thing. Like you got Mobb Deep over in Queensbridge, you got Noreaga in Left Rack City, like where I'm growing up, and this was the height of Pharrell, Noreaga, like when he was making, like he was that sound. And so that kind of got me into the hip hop world, and you know, it was like, okay, the reggae music is cool. This is like the new wave that I'm on.
This is where it is. Like we in New York. Like, okay, I don't even. We not in Jamaica right now. Hold on. Like,
my parents are like, "What are you listening to? Take off that crap. Like, why are you listening to that?" And then like the house, you know, you have what you grew up with, and then your environment kind of molds you as well.
Love it, man.
And so it's
so 15, 6-year-old Jason was cool as fuck. That's all I'm hearing.
That's the
you couldn't tell now, but that's probably
not that you aren't now.
right, for sure. All right, so look, speed us up now, right? And so and so what this show is rooted in is like career, you know, and like journey. And just how you mentioned how you know, you were heavily influenced in certain sounds at certain times. We want to connect it with your journey, right? Because like I have a crazy journey, career path that I'm still on, right? But I feel like I've played a certain game, right? And I'm in another game, but to get to the second game, right? I had to win this game to get to the next game. We break it into quarters: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, championship song and or overtime song, right? Depending on if you can shoot or not. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out later. But so no, speed us up.
Yeah,
you know?
Kind of give us that story that kind of leads into your Q1, your tip off, the thing that kind of sparked all this for you. It sounds like your backstory is like having that music and DJing is kind of like a lead up into this path, but like. Start to expand on how it led into that tip off of your career.
So, you know, you go from DJing, and then, you know, you're in high school, and then went to college. I went on scholarship to play football at Rutgers University. So now I'm like, okay, I'm this kid from the inner city. I'm going to a whole new state, and I'm playing football. I'm meeting other guys from other places, and their musical influence are, you know, some guys are rapping now and some guys are doing this, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me try and make beats. So now I'm making beats, right? So I'm working with different guys on my team, and that kind of got me into that whole world of making music. And I'm using all my influences from, you know, records that my dad used to have, and now I'm like the sample king. I'm like sampling everything. I have this Just Blaze style of music, and so
in a sample era.
Right? And so like this is when, like, you know, Kanye West is coming out, Just Blaze is coming out. I'm making beats, and I'm working with like now local guys. Mind you, I'm still a scholarship athlete playing football, right?
Where at?
At Rutgers. Rutgers University.
Greg
Schiano era.
Wow.
You know, let's leave it at that, right? But shout out to Rutgers. They're doing a really great job with the, you know, with the program now. But so now, kind of fast forward through my college career, like working with artists, I kind of got jaded of the music industry at that point. I had an artist that I was working with, and I'm like producing now. Like I'm producing music. I have a studio, and I'm doing all this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So things kind of fall through with that, and I'm like, oh man, I'm tired of this music. And I go corporate, right? So I'm working in corporate, and I'm like, forget music. I hate it. I don't want to be a part of this industry.